Annihilated.
A nervous
Baby,
man.
make like I do with the punches and roll me home.
Yeah, another episode of Toking with Topher. I'm Topher Bayless, and I got, of course, my good buddy,
Hey, Mr. Scott Gertken here.
Mr. Scott Gertken, and our special guest,
Scotty.
Coach.
Man,
What's
Scotty,
up?
you sounded like a creeper there.
I
Just
know, didn't it sound creepy? Like starting to show off right tonight.
password
Yeah,
is-
well, it is
The
Halloween.
password
It
is
is Halloween.
Halloween.
We are in a basement. I mean,
I know.
It couldn't get any creepier than this. So, we missed you guys last week. We're sorry.
We're busy, man.
I was on a cruise down the Mississippi, canoed down the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Those of you who follow me saw some pictures. We canoed down to the arch on the Mississippi, which was a pretty amazing experience. And, by the end of the day of rowing, I didn't realize how much rowing was going to be involved. You know, they have like a row coach that helps, and they kind of set your...
They just
Yeah.
row.
I'm looking at all the
Row.
other canoes. Yeah, it was just like the
Row.
Vikings days.
The Viking.
It was. It was. And I'm looking around. I'm like looking at all the canoes behind us, and they're just lollygagging around. They got their paddles.
You had the drill
sitting around.
sergeant,
I'm like,
huh?
what the fuck is going on here, man? I didn't sign up for the aerobic workout, you know.
Were you sore?
Oh, I was miserable,
Your
dude.
sh-
I
your
fucking
shoulders and
went to the
everything?
gym earlier today and did a fucking chest exercise. So by the time I got out there, I'm like, you know.
Yeah, you
So it
were
was
already broke
miserable, dude.
down.
It was miserable. But I rode through it to get to the pain at the end. I mean, it was glorious. The arch was glorious.
Yeah, I saw a couple of the pictures you
it was
posted, like, in the background and stuff.
great
It was cool.
experience, you know. But I was dead at the end of the night, so we didn't do a show anyway. That was a long story short. But we did want to bring Coach on today and talk about Missouri Cannabis and what's going on with it now. It's Halloween season, so there's a lot of events going on around the city, around cannabis. You know, I know North Dispensary. Shout out to North Dispensary.
Absolutely. Saturday night, baby.
Saturday night, they're going to have a big spectacular face painting. Since Cannabis and Suede Dispensaries is sponsoring the face painting.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to have that going for us. And
They doing like zombie face painting or whatever?
I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, certainly I'm not going to be painting kids. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be me, right? I hopefully.
Now and you thought I sounded creepy,
yeah,
Coach.
yeah, yeah. I mean, right.
just went to a whole new level. I'm out of here.
I know.
I could totally see those kids standing there and you just taking a glob of paint and just throwing it at them, saying next.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Let me do it. That'd be real scary.
Good Lord. Yeah, what do you do on Halloween? Do you just open the door and throw candy at kids?
No, I just kind of
Just toss it out the door?
I hide. I don't have any candy. Leave me alone. And if I do, I'm eating it later.
Now it sounds like me.
Yeah, no, why give it away?
Yeah. I used to go buy those big bags of Reese's peanut butter cups because that's my favorite. I'm like,
Yeah.
of course kids are going to love these. They're awesome, right? But fuck, I always go through one bag before Halloween. I didn't this year, but I always go through.
You need to buy more than what you
then
bought.
you got to buy more, and then you're like, "Fuck those kids! I'm gonna keep these things. I'm gonna eat these through December." You know, and like fuck. You know, come Thanksgiving, you're sick of them.
You're like the Grinch of Halloween.
I know, but I love it. I like the sport of it. I like to dress up. I think me and G are going to go do some kind of costume thing this weekend at Bruce's.
Do you have your costumes picked out?
I do. I got a costume picked out.
What are you doing?
I'm not going to tell you. It's a
Why
surprise.
not?
I'll send pictures.
Come on, man.
I'll send pictures.
Are you going to be wearing a Saturday?
What's Saturday?
Are you going to be at North?
North? Should I dress up for North? Are you dressing up for North?
I think it's like a dress
Are you
up
going?
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are you dressing up?
I was thinking we had to.
Oh,
or
shit.
should.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is Marla going?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just.
Oh, she just found out, but yeah, she's going.
Oh shit. Hey, Marla, I guess you're going. Hey, Gia, what are you doing? Saturday?
If you're listening.
Yeah, are we? I guess we're maybe not. I thought
Yeah,
we were.
yeah,
I
I'll
thought
do
it was
Hey,
like a
if you're
costume
doing it, I'm doing
thing.
it. If you're doing it, I'm doing it.
I don't know what to do. I'm like, I haven't even thought about it, and it's like
Come on,
Saturday.
dude. You got something. We'll do the Cheech and Chong thing.
The what?
The Cheech and Chong thing.
No, we already did that. You can't.
Yeah, but
I
you
see. I
look
said
at
the
it.
same thing. And she's like, no, we can't do that again.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm like, it was fun. It was
Be
good.
like old Cheech and Chong, like spray painted all gray. So like, now we're old. Old Cheech and Chong.
So it's a little different.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Coach, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna dress up as?
A blind person. I do it every year.
Dude, you're so good at that too.
Yeah, I am. Every year I pull it off. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in a long, long time. Really haven't done a whole lot for Halloween in a long, long time. So I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
What,
I guess you wouldn't.
What did you dress up before in the past? I don't think I've ever asked you
Yeah.
that
What
before.
was some of your?
What were some of your costumes?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't even remember. One time I think I went as a 30-pack. And all we did was because I had nothing. I had nothing except the 12-pack an empty 12-pack box. So we just somebody just made a face out of it, like a mask.
Yeah.
And I wore it. I was like, he had to wear a costume. I was like, all I got's this box.
So you wore a box on your head?
That's
Yeah, it's just
scary.
with
Who
the
are these
eye
friends
holes
of yours?
No, with
shit.
the high eye.
Oh no, this will look great. This will be
Are
fine.
you kidding? It was my idea. I was like, look, can you just cut
Coach.
eye holes in this thing or something?
Lord.
Make me a 30-pack.
Oh my god.
I went as a blind makeup artist, and I just
Ooh, I bet you won that.
splashed paint all over me,
Oh, shit.
like my face. I mean,
So he could do the face painting. That would be pretty amazing.
Because you know what? On those costume contests, you can win a lot of sympathy points, Coach, and we could win all these motherfuckers. Let's come up with a good blind
there's
Costume.
always
costume and just we'll tour you. We'll tour you around all the costume contests.
Yeah, and we'll split the winning.
It was just, dude, we could bang
ass.
one night, $5,000 we
Your
could make. Guys, we could do
Your
a mission,
ass.
dude. Yeah, that'd be
We'll
good.
charge you by the mile to drive you around.
No, we could work that. That'd be good.
We can work it out.
We can work it
We're
out.
gonna work it
It'll be
out.
all in the fine print. Don't worry.
Oh, shit. That would be cool if we could get a good costume and take him around.
Oh,
that would
fuck.
be fun.
God damn. Yeah.
Dude, you
talk
could make
like
some-
I'm not in the room.
We digress.
No, we could make some
digress.
cash.
We God, stop it.
I'm
trying to
serious.
exploit him now.
Yeah, totally.
It would be cool. He
No,
would
I'm talking
win
about
all
him
the-
making cash. I don't
I know
need to
he
make
would win a
anything.
lot of money. Fuck, he would win a ton of money.
Yeah, you could win a ton of cash.
You think?
Yeah,
fuck
we could
yeah.
throw a big party, man.
Because
It'd be
think
fun.
about it, the blind makeup artist, that's perfect. Right?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I did it in college. I remember. I was like, well, here, like, just give me some face paint. And I just went all over, man. Up my eyes, everywhere.
God, Coach,
Don't
God
know
love
for
you.
sure if I got it all off the next day.
God love you.
Oh, shit, that's fantastic.
So North things going on Saturday night. Got a lot of concerts coming up. I know we're going to Goodbye June next Wednesday.
Yeah, next
so you can
Wednesday.
See us at Rose Hall. We are also I'm doing Deer Tick at Off Broadway. That's a Sense sponsored show as well. So if you want to come out, grab some swag, I'll have some girls on site giving out some cool stuff. So it's all Sense Cannabis, obviously. And
Yeah.
shout out to Sense and Sway Dispensaries. They
Absolutely.
are one of our partners now.
yeah,
So,
well, officially one of our
Officially one of our
first,
partners.
well, our first sponsor.
yeah, our
We
first
need, like, a
sponsor.
plaque.
How
Yeah,
about
I need a
that?
plaque. Need a plaque.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good job, guys. Good job. Good
Way to
job.
go,
Good
everybody.
job. And
We actually
obviously,
look
you know,
professional.
I've always raved about their products. I do work for the company in the marketing side of things, and so I'm not going to dribble on it today because I'll be mentioning them plenty
You just stop talking. and be
during
like,
the episodes.
it just comes up on the camera while he's talking. Hey.
You know?
Huh?
Okay. So, anyway, we're gonna talk about what else is going on. What do we got coming up, buddy?
We have, well, Hyrule's launching.
What are they
will be the new, all of the new products will be available by November 11th. So we're starting the whole sales thing, and we'll start hitting the market by November 11th.
Nice.
Hopefully have the first orders in by then.
Oh yeah.
And have everything out: the gummies, the carts, the disposables, pre-rolls,
Yeah.
and so they're getting everything dialed in over there.
That's good.
It's working good.
That's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward
Proud
to
of
that.
them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And I know that we're doing some top secret stuff too
Are you?
over there. No, I mean with
Oh, the other thing. Oh, yeah.
wink, wink.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can't announce it yet.
We need
but-
to announce that soon.
Yeah,
we need to talk
that's-
to those guys.
I know. We'll take that off the air.
Coach, post-show conversation.
Coach, let me ask you. So, how long have you been smoking weed?
Oh, just kind of off and on for, gosh, I can't remember.
Did you smoke in college?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not that much.
Okay.
No, not that much.
So,
Did you not like the feeling of it then?
No, not as much. I was a beer drinker. I was a
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
I mean, really, and a lot of times, especially at college, a lot of times you did one or the other. There were your drinkers, and then there were your smokers. You know.
Right.
Depending on who you're hanging out with
Yeah,
that
let's-
weekend.
Yeah,
and you're-
exactly.
Then you come across me, and I used to do both. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, so that's interesting.
So yeah, I'd say that long, but like not all the time. Since that long. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you do it now?
Oh, I do it often.
Do you?
I mean, I do it. I do it every chance I get. No.
So
It's like a nightly ritual for me. About bedtime, I'll roll over there and smoke with Coach, and I come back and
Right.
go to bed.
right.
Just a little bit here.
I know that it's going to sound weird. I'm going to try to ask a question, right? But what is it? How do you feel? I mean, being, visually impaired.
Blind. Now, see, I'm just.
Yeah, I mean,
Blind. Yeah, what's
right.
visually impaired?
If you're-
No, that's me after smoking.
Y'all are so sensitive, man.
So,
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, there's a lot of it is, there's some visual stuff that happens with cannabis and stuff. I mean, I could only imagine if you didn't have the vision, what your mind would be like
Yeah, you
on
know what?
cannabis.
Do you ever
know?
get it to where your eyes feel like they're swelling out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like a
Okay.
dilated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes,
good
and it
question,
does. And with light perception, it does make it a little bit brighter in the room. Obviously, if you do. But yeah, my eyes do kind of. That's about the extent of it, though.
Okay. Yeah.
As far as anything with visual
Yeah.
is concerned.
He likes the edibles too.
Yeah.
Chocolate bars.
Yeah, the chocolate
Yeah.
stuff.
Is that the Groon chocolate? Does Groon have chocolate bars?
Yeah,
yeah,
they got
they have
those
chocolate
100
bars. Yeah,
minis.
they're
Yeah.
that's the ones he has. Is the Groon ones, I
Yeah,
believe.
those are good.
Yeah, because they got the CBN in them and stuff, the nighttime stuff and all that. Yeah, he loves those.
I
Because I
do-
break them up for him because they're like
I do
they're,
have some nighttime gummies I can send you home with if you want from Gruen.
to sleep with.
Yeah, to
Coach.
sleep with. Thanks to
Ah.
Gruen.
I see.
So
That's a good thing.
that's
Yes.
funny. No pun intended, huh?
No,
No pun intended whatsoever.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you say you're pretty. I mean, do you do every day? You think?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing every day? Like-
Not. I don't know. 6-8 months.
Oh, okay. So relatively, relatively.
Yeah,
new
because
to
it
the-
was random before. Just kind
Yeah.
of like whatever.
Yeah. And I'm just curious because I'm always like wanting
Sure.
to know about people's kind of
Yeah,
cannabis
yeah.
and what.
Did you start doing it for medical purposes? Did you have a medical card? I forget.
No, I never had a medical
Okay,
card.
so when it went recreational is when you were,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I never had a medical
He liked
card.
the mints. We did those mints for a while, those low dose, like just microdose all day kind
God,
of
you
stuff.
remember the first season?
Yeah.
I would be smoking like a storm, and you'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
You're like, I just took my,
This
I
one.
just took my 1 minute.
And there was a couple times where, I'm like, I
You
was
were
like,
annihilated.
where I wanted to get up and be like right in the middle of the show, like I can't do this
Yeah,
anymore right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need a break.
Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah, but no, it was.
Come a long way.
I have, haven't I?
Yeah.
No, I just kind of it's more relaxing for me now. I
Yeah.
mean, again, I don't have to do like, all those other meds I'm not dealing with,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Right. Yeah.
I feel better.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's one thing I've been kind of focusing in on too. Is like I'm now using it more for like instead of just waking up and smoking weed, like I kind of used to, I get in patterns of that. I'm like
Yeah.
trying to enjoy it more, but use it more for my body and mind, at the right times, like in the evening times and things like that. And I found that that's really
It's easy to get carried away.
It is, man. It's
It's
helped me.
so
It's helped me
easy.
to kind of focus in,
Yeah.
and also be able to enjoy cannabis consumption, in the times that I should be enjoying it,
Right.
rather than clouding my entire day with it usually like I used to. Obviously, if I didn't have shit to do, I'd probably be more apt to do that. But then again, what am I going to do? Lay around and eat fucking
Doritos.
Doritos? I can't afford that shit.
Yeah, coach, what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
That's a
Coach.
good question.
Coach, what do you
You're on
do?
your own, dude.
What do you do, bro?
Whatever makes you happy, right?
Yeah, whatever makes you smile in the morning and smile in the evening.
But I've always had that with, I try to always have that healthy relationship with
Yeah.
cannabis, as far as that's concerned. Speaking of, I actually,
It's always easy to get excessive.
oh,
man.
dude, fuck, man. I mean, with everything, right? So I did,
Right.
you know what this is? I did finally get
Yeah. We were looking at
Plant.
this.
plant cured and ready to go, and we did actually smoke some earlier. And it was really good. Peppy with blue.
It's a good looking bud, man.
Good bud. Yeah, it turned out good. Smelled good. I mean, taste is, it actually wasn't too bad.
I don't think it was bad.
Nah.
It was good.
Yeah. So, good on me. I got some weed to smoke.
Yeah, man. Good job.
Yeah.
Your babies are done.
Yeah. So, thanks to Dungeon of Dank Genetics is what we grew this year. David Tucker over there, those guys helped me get the plants in the ground, get the right shit, get the right soils, tell me what to do on these things. And
they really do have some really great genetics, too.
Great genetics. This plant was an early flower. It just started early, just started busting buds like nobody's business.
Yeah, ours was too. That
yeah.
Pepe strain, I think, just did that because ours did the same thing.
Yeah, so it was a great grow, and I appreciate those guys over there at Dungeon of Dank Genetics. They do have seeds available, I believe, somehow, some way.
I don't know if they're doing that online anymore or not. I don't know.
I know if you email them,
they're moving into the legitimate market, and I don't know how they're dealing with all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing that or not.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Well, if you can
we'll
get
find
some,
out. We'll let everyone know.
Get some seeds. If you can, you find them,
snag them.
Yeah, because
I think they still do the shows. I think you can get seeds and stuff there, right?
The
at like
shows.
The convention show. Yeah, I think that's what they do.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's what they do. Killer genetics.
You hit on this earlier. We were talking about we asked Coach if he ever had a medical card.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, there's an article about this. Medical patient participation plummeted.
You say that 4 times
Yikes.
fast.
Yeah.
Medical patient participation
plummeted
87% in 2023.
Of course it did.
Prompting regulators to look closer at the impacts on tax fundings for veterans. So basically what they're breaking it down was because there's the way they got the tax broken out, okay, they do like $45 million from adult use sales through a 6% tax supporting veterans, substance abuse treatment, and public defenders. But the medical sales generated $20 million via a 4% tax that's primarily benefiting veteran services. So basically, these other programs are getting all this money. Now, what's interesting about what they stuck in this article was what I didn't even realize, and I just don't think about, but was the next paragraph says, however, some municipalities face legal challenges over additional local tax stacking. The Missouri Court of Appeals is currently weighing whether both counties and cities can impose separate 3% taxes, which in some jurisdictions has pushed the total tax rates above 20% when combined with state levies. So what they're saying is like counties and the locals are hitting them, and then when you add the state, you're up to Illinois tax.
Oh God, yeah.
You're
getting taxed to death.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, what's that going to do? I mean, what does it say? Boone County, nobody's going to want to buy weed in Columbia because they got this extra tax.
Extra 3%.
3%.
I mean, what does it end up being? 3% on 25. So
are you kidding me? Are you talking about the average guy is going to save money?
Yeah.
Just
on a continual basis.
Yeah.
Especially when it's 3 and then another 3.
Right.
Because it's city and county.
And I think
that's just nuts.
And
man.
I think the key too.
Tax us to death, baby.
I know, right?
Get ready to pay your taxes, Coach.
Okay.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I did see. Now wasn't there was a story about the payout that went out for the veterans thing? It was like
I was going to talk about that in the next article.
Cool. Yeah.
But
which
could you
is
imagine?
Awesome. That's
I mean,
a good part of it, right?
Could you imagine, like in 1982, going to get your weed from their weed dealer, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, I got hit with the local tax.
I gotta add 3%.
I gotta throw. So I know I'm telling you it's 20 a lid, dude, but I gotta charge you $26.50 for a lid. You know what I'm saying? I got this tax burden,
I got the
bro.
city. I got the county breathing down my neck.
So,
he's asking for his money.
So really, I mean, driving the tax up. I mean, I get that it's a bummer that the medical stuff went down, but what do you expect? If you don't want to go through the hassle of getting your medical card, you can just go to the store and get it. Maybe there's not enough incentives for medical patients in the dispensaries. Maybe the state, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there should be some tax allowance.
Now, medical usually gets you 10%, right?
Correct.
And then okay,
but maybe
is that standard? at every dispensary, or is that just
I
certain
think
dispensaries?
Certain dispensaries.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was kind of like built in, like if you had a medical card, that was.
I don't think it is. It might be.
Yeah, I don't know
You know,
either.
but
Oh.
maybe you incentivize that, or I mean, I don't know what else you can do, but certainly driving the tax up like that, that's only going to drive the black market up higher.
Right,
You know,
and-
people are
Right.
going to be like, "What the fuck? I'm paying." Coach ain't going to want to fucking pay them 20-30% tax on his
No.
weed. Fuck no, I don't.
And that's what I was going to ask you guys earlier. Is really what are the benefits of having a medical as opposed to recreational? It's the same stuff. So why go, like you said, why go
At
through
this
the hassle?
point, there really is not. If every dispensary isn't offering like a 10%
Correct,
off
right.
for the medical card, right?
Right.
So there really is no advantage to have it now because it's
Well,
recreational.
I know it's swayed. I go first. Like if you're in line, as a
Oh, really?
If you're in a
That's
medical,
cool.
if you're in the medical line, you go first, no matter who's in line, the other line.
Really?
So maybe that's
Because they don't want you. You got to get them in quick because they'll be out there stressing out like, I can't
It's
get
the
wait
early
any
bird
longer, man.
special.
weed. No, I don't know. I don't know if all dispensaries do the medical, but I think there's also allotment. There's allotments too, that you can get for medical versus recreational, like how much weed you can get. things
Oh,
like
gotcha,
that. So, I
gotcha.
mean, there's a little bit. I think there's.
Let's
a little
dig
bit
into
more
that
to
a little bit. I'm curious about that now.
Yeah, we'll look
We
that up
should.
for the next show and talk about
Yeah,
the
let's dig
difference
into
because I do kind of want. I do have a medical card, but when I got it, I just got the 2-year or whatever, so I don't have to worry about it. So.
Did you see? We didn't. I don't know. We didn't talk about this because it was last week. So the micro industry took a big hit. 32 of the awarded licenses were revoked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did not pass through the minimum standards.
What about ours?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
Yeah,
32, huh?
32 of them.
I kind of expected that though.
Well, no, they were all in minimum standards. That's more than half of the awarded licenses. So now they just go back into the pool, back into the system, and come out later.
Yeah, but didn't you kind of expect that people would get kind of cast out?
Yeah,
Yes, but maybe
there's always
half's a
that.
lot.
32.
Yeah, 32 is a lot.
I was thinking 10.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
that's a high
5 to 10?
percentage. Yeah, it's a high percentage.
I mean, the rules are the rules, right?
Right.
I don't know. I just that to me is crazy. Is it too tight? Do they need to open it up? Because all it's really doing is hindering the development of that industry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now there's 32 licenses that can't operate until they go through the next round. So you're looking at October or November of next year.
So you're
You know what I
really-
mean?
So you really got a small pool of people to do business with right now.
Right. That's not a good
That's
thing.
Crazy.
That's not a good thing.
Well, it's a good time to move in and get a monopoly going on.
Yeah. Right. Well, we got flour.
yeah. Just sit on a mound of flour and be like, who wants some flour?
The industry, I think, is going to struggle because of that. It's just going to hinder it from
seems
starting.
like there's just a lot going on that's hindering that market, and and it's weird. I don't know why that would be. Because I thought that the regulations
Money's a
that
lot of it.
The regulations that I thought that they put in place to set this up, I thought
Yeah.
were solid enough to pretty much streamline this through, a proven, commercial market, right?
Yeah.
But apparently that's not the case.
I think it comes down to funding. I think it comes down to ownerships. I think it comes down to groups coming in and owning multiples and, creating that thing. And it's going to happen. It's
Right.
it's business.
Right.
People don't have funds to operate. They're going to have someone come in and help them operate, right?
Right.
So the way it was set up, those social equitable applicants have to maintain at least 51%. Well, a lot of investors don't want to invest if they're not in control of kind of where the money's going. That's a tough pill to swallow. Yeah. Great industry to be in, but there's no guarantees.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's a really.
That's tough.
I'm excited for
Because
the
you need
market.
the money.
I just hate taking hits like that because it's just.
But we talked about this, I think, last year. When we started talking about the micros, we said how, because part of the financial part of it and all this stuff that you had to make so little of money and stuff to get this license. I'm like, how are these people going to be able to pay for stuff?
Right.
And
it's
you know,
to no
and we-
fault of their own. I couldn't do it.
Right.
You know,
and
you
we-
got to find
right.
people
So
to
you
do
gotta
it.
Find people to do it. But
Right.
Never thought that would be like the hindrance. I would thought that there would have been enough money out there to jump in and get those supported like that.
Yeah, some funding, some kind of.
And it seems like there's certain organizations or certain people that, you know, that tried to kind of broker some of those deals, but it just seems like they never kind of came to fruition enough to keep it going and get it off the ground. So it's going to be really interesting to watch this.
So there is 2 commence that I know of, 2 micro wholesales. So there are 2 people growing now
right
at this
now.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe they're both on the west side of the state, towards Kansas City. So, but they did get approved. So there's 2 growing,
Yeah.
but no dispensary yet.
Right.
But I don't blame them because there's not enough flower to open your doors to
right.
sell.
What do they,
Yeah, I mean it's a unique situation.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Super interesting.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, I think there's enough. I think strength in the industry of some of the owners that I think people are gonna be able to pull together. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully they start teaming up and just figure out how to make it work. You know,
That's the key.
because 100% of nothing is
Well, they don't have
nothing.
to reinvent the wheel either.
No,
know,
that's
it's
another
already
thing. Like
kinda
the
proven.
system kind of rolls. Like
Yeah.
you know, you don't have to have the fanciest facility to start. You know, get going and then build stuff up.
All right.
Get flower to market.
So no dispensaries are commenced yet, huh?
No,
Yeah, I guess why.
not that I know of as of
why
today.
Why would they need to be?
Yeah, because there's no product. There's no source. So probably another year.
We did touch on this. The DHSS, as of October 19th, transferred $16 million to state agencies from recreational marijuana sales tax. So on the heels of that article we just talked about, they're toting how much money that they have.
I'm glad it's going to the veterans.
Yeah,
I've always been
sent to
happy
the
with that.
veterans. So Veterans Commission and the Missouri Public Defender. So good on them. I'm glad that the veterans are getting this money that we promised them when we voted as Missourians to make it legal. So I'm glad they put articles out like this because this does keep people involved, does let people know. So there's never like, where did all that tax money go? Well, here's some of it. Here's where it's at.
You know what? I just saw this too. Did you see the add-on to that?
Yeah. It says in Springfield, there's an additional 3% sales tax for all recreational marijuana products as approved by voters in August of 2023. In Columbia, there's an additional 3% sales tax instated by the city and another 3% sales tax instated by Boone County, which was approved by voters in April 2023. So the voters are actually voting it.
Yeah, to put it in there.
To put these in there. And I
Which
guess
is crazy. Well, this one says recreational marijuana, and I wonder if the medical card's exempt from that extra sales tax. That's kind of how I read that because it says for all recreational marijuana. It doesn't say medical.
Yes, correct.
So I
Yes,
wonder
agreed.
if that holds.
Well, for medical, they get 4%. But
So
that
there's
goes
another
directly to
bonus,
that.
Coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. This is interesting. I actually have thought about this recently and even asked people recently, why get a medical when you can get the recreation? So this is, sorry, I'm not chiming in. I'm actually curious and interested in this.
Yeah, you do. It does. You do save on the taxes on the medical side as well. So, because like we mentioned earlier, some of these places in Missouri are up to 20% sales tax, right? So that gets cut significantly when you're a medical.
There's a lot of taxes even on the other side.
Yeah.
From our side, there's a lot of taxes.
So I thought that was really interesting stories that I want to bring you guys this week as far as how the state's moving money, what the cannabis is doing.
It's paying out, man.
And we're paying out. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So good on them.
Yeah, I hope they keep that up. I don't see why they wouldn't.
I've been dying to ask since I seen Coach. So Coach is a huge sports fan, like not sports fan. He's like the sports. I don't know, like Rain Man.
We call him Drizzle.
Drizzle is my name.
Yeah, Drizzle over here is like a wealth of information, and
it's.
I have a couple of sports questions to ask.
Okay. All right.
Number one. Do you think Pete Rose should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Yikes. Wow. This is a good one.
I'm out with bangers, baby.
No, this is a good one because Oh man, on one hand, Pete Rose has the most hits in Major League Baseball history. The guy's a stud. It was a badass ball player, for his time. I mean, hard-nosed. I mean, he injured a catcher in an all-star game, sliding hard into home, in a game that didn't matter. I mean, Pete Rose was a hard-nosed player. In that regard, yes, he should be in the Hall of Fame. However, it's when you go into a clubhouse, like a baseball clubhouse, it says right and I've heard many a player, many an announcer, coach, whatever say this. It says right up there on the wall, under no circumstances do you gamble on baseball. If you do, it'll be a lifetime ban. So it said it. He knew better. He bet on his team to win, so he managed that team to win properly.
Diaz has been him for a year or two.
I wish
he's
would
such a significant player in that.
Oh, I wish they would have eventually done it. I wish they would have eventually said, yes, you can get in the Hall of Fame. And now that he's dead, they probably will.
Good.
Just to throw it in his face.
No, now that's a shitty thing. Because I was thinking it would have been cool before he died, right?
No.
Then if they do it, I kind of look at it as a slap in the face. Like, fuck.
You're rewarding bad behavior if you do it before he dies. If you do it after he dies, it's a tribute to great Pete Rose.
Exactly.
That's just the laws, dude, of humanity.
I stand corrected.
But see, the thing is
corrected.
I think I didn't have a problem with it because he bet on his own team to win. It's not like he bet on his team to lose and threw the game. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to do. It's hard to say, oh, I'm putting all my fucking money on us because we're going to win. You know what I mean? I could do that. I might do that.
Yeah.
I might go to the fucking...
Unfortunately, it was just a rule that
it was a rule, and you do manage differently.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're trying to win that game, if it's Game 7, if you got money riding on it, it's Game 7 of the World Series.
Well,
so you might
you're
overwork a pitcher,
right?
Overwork a pitcher, you mean?
And then maybe the next day, if you didn't bet on the game, you might not use the guy at all. See, you might save the pitchers for the for the games that you bet.
Yeah,
you can
That's true.
Screw with the outcome a little bit. And again, I would have liked to have seen him get into the Hall of Fame before he died, because now after the fact, it's gonna, man, oh man, before Michael Jackson died, he was the worst person on the planet. And then the day he died, it all turned around, didn't it?
It did.
And you hate to see
Greatest pop star ever.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about him?
I don't. That's a thing.
You have no feelings for Michael Jackson.
No. I don't. I have no feeling for his music.
Do you think that he was?
His music doesn't do anything for me. And
I agree.
Really?
Nothing. It's like I have zero. For
His
Michael
music was
Jackson.
pretty fantastic.
I have zero for it. The Thriller shit. I have zero for
Nothing.
it.
Really?
Yep.
You never did the moonwalk or had parachute pants?
I used to do that. I mean,
here it comes.
Dancing around like the fucking dudes in Thriller, but I just don't have anything for it anymore. There's so much shit. You don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
who knows
I know. Yeah, who
what's
knows?
going on? People
I don't
say,
think he did.
Who knows? I don't care.
I think he's innocent.
I just and now it's like tainted his
It's
music.
a hot take, I know, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
You're right. I mean, you're right. It always becomes a tribute when they die, of course.
Yeah, and I'm completely with Topher on this thing. I don't care either. When it comes to Michael.
Yeah,
didn't care before, didn't care now.
I just don't. No. I don't know why.
Who you guys voting for?
That's a great question on live TV.
We're 2 weeks away, baby.
Yeah.
A new general manager for the Cardinals. That's who I'm
Yeah, there you go.
Really? Do you don't think the Cardinals have a shot at the World Series next year?
Nope. No.
How many years do you think we're going to be before we get back into that? Because listen,
3 or 4.
I grew up on the Cardinals. 3 or 4?
Yeah, because they've already said they're going to do a fire sale.
Okay.
They're going to pay. They're basically cutting the payroll, and they're going to really start over and build up the farm system. So it'll be another couple years.
Well,
damn.
I mean, we grew up with the Cardinals were like on top. Even if they weren't in the World Series, they were always in the playoffs. They were always top in their division as we were growing up. They were champions for us growing up.
You had 82,
And-
85, 88, 87.
87.
Yeah,
87.
I mean, those are formative years for us.
Those were fun.
You know.
Yeah, I think I was I was 8 years old.
So when I think about
82.
when I look at the Cardinals, I know what a Cardinals well-oiled machine looks like, right? Because
Exactly.
I seen it back then.
Yep.
Yeah,
And you
and
saw
now
it during the
Whitey.
LaRusse era. Yeah.
When I watch the Cardinals now, I don't get it. I don't see it. You see what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah, it's
waiting to
kind of
get waiting to get that grease in there or something. The right people.
We don't really have any big stars. Like after Molina left, I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
that was like the big stars. We don't have any big players right now.
Yeah.
this organization is kind of a train wreck right now
Yeah.
because, like you guys are saying it accurately. There's no identity on this team. You know,
Right.
there is no superstar. There's nothing there. And every year they go to Walmart. You know, and they go to all
They
these,
go to Walmart.
and they patch the holes. They get the cheapest contractor they can, to patch the holes in the roof, and then the holes break in June, and then it starts raining in the house. This is what they've been doing the last 4 or 5 years, just trying to patch a team together.
Right.
At least now, hey, I'm good. You want to trade Arenado? Fine. You want to trade Sonny Gray? Fine. Contreras? Good, because at least now I know which way you're going.
God damn.
Right?
Ryan Helsley, he'll be gone.
Isn't that crazy?
I
The information that he can retain
Oh, no.
by just sound alone blows my mind.
Yes.
It's fucking
Because his
stupid.
brain doesn't have to register how ugly we are.
I know. We were
Amen.
talking about that the other day. Like, it kind of freaked me out. I was sitting over at his house, and I don't know what we were talking about, medical beds or something like that. Something weird. We were just talking about weird shit, and it was something about healing, and like I was wondering if Coach could literally heal his eyes
Oh yeah.
and could see us. It would be like meeting him for the first time, really. Like he knows us, but like, how fucked up would that be, right?
He doesn't know how cool you look.
No,
Oh,
he has
yeah, I
no
do.
idea how handsome I am.
Oh, Scott or me? I thought you were referring to me.
No, you too. I mean, fuck.
He is a handsome black man.
I would
isn't he?
hate to look that good and not be able to see myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
You
I look
just
at
know
him
it.
now, I'm like, dude.
Hey, look at his hair. His haircut. I did that.
Damn, that's good.
Looks
Yeah.
good, doesn't it?
Has he laughed inwardly? Like, really? You're walking
Does look
around
good.
with
What
that?
is that? What did you write in that? What does that say? What does it say? What does it say on the side? Turn your head down. Was it?
Well, one side says Jack and the other one says off.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of looks with that. Coach.
Man, I spent extra special time on that. I went through and I
Yeah, you-
rustled
you
it up to
tightened it
make
up.
sure I had any floaters go.
Tightened it up.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good. Looks good.
I'm his
So,
barber.
so we know the Cardinals are a train wreck. We don't have really a football team, but who do you think?
He's a Chiefs
Super Bowl.
guy.
Super Bowl. Who's going Super Bowl?
Well, of course, the Chiefs.
Jesus.
I can't. You know what? If I say
So you're not going to be biased. You're
no,
not
I
gonna
can't
like,
be. I can't be.
professional.
I'm in a room with a Denver fan.
You're not
There
going to be a
could-
professional about it. You're just going to say your team.
in this room, yes.
Okay, fine. Fine.
He can't go
Professionally-
against his team.
Professionally,
and he's
I
probably
think
got a pretty good shot.
Your professional opinion is not going to be the Chiefs, though, right?
actually, you know what? They find a way to win.
Okay.
So yes,
I'll give you
actually,
that.
it really is.
Actually, you
Even
know what?
though
I'll give you that.
they just find a way. Whereas like
And it's
Baltimore,
irritating as shit that they
Okay.
find that way.
Who's the two? Who's the number two? It's definitely not Denver. They're like the Cardinals.
Yeah,
They're
they
rebuilding.
Kind of are.
They
Thank
are.
you. And who will they?
Hey, we
play?
won 33-8 last weekend for you guys
Wow.
to know. So,
Nice. Good
Golf
Thank you.
clap, everybody.
Thank you.
Golf
Thank you.
clap.
and we have a winning record, is what you'd like to say.
That's
You
good.
know,
That's good. It's all about the W's. Okay. Who's the number two you think going in Super Bowl?
Boy, in the NFC, it's hard because you got injuries. You know, San Francisco's beat up at receiver, Tampa's beat up at receiver, so it's kind of hard to gauge it. You know, Philly isn't as good as, or they don't seem to be as good. I tell you what, I don't care what Detroit's done. I know they've had a couple tough losses. I like Detroit.
Yeah.
I like the Lions. I like Dan Campbell, the most aggressive head coach in football. They say all the players love playing for this guy. I'm going the Chiefs and the Lions.
Oh, wow.
And
I can't wait to see.
Patrick Mahomes wins yet again.
Here we go.
Thank you, Lord.
We need to throw that in there with the KC stuff. So
Denver
man,
goes
you-
9-8.
So Scott pointed this out earlier. Like, it's so amazing how you retain this. And since you've been smoking more cannabis over the 8 months, have you found any kind of differences in that kind of retention?
No, not really.
Okay. That's good.
Not that I know of, anyway. I mean, maybe there are. I'm sure there's a lot of people.
You don't know what you don't know.
Dumber
Right?
now.
Yeah.
He's a lot.
They're just not telling me. They're like, dude, how did he not know that?
We were talking about med beds. I mean, yeah.
I do feel like some of that kind of stereotype to a certain degree that we
What?
grew up with, like, oh, you know, short-term memory.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, I think, you know, a lot of those characteristics came from, like, I guess when you're early smoking weed, you know, like I remember, where's my keys? You know what I'm saying? Like when I was 18,
Right.
or, you know, 15, but now, you know,
Well, I
when you're
still
older
lose
and
my
you smoke
keys
a
like
lot,
every day.
Yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. You know, but it's never like a, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just, that's why I was asking, because I think there's a lot of smart people out there that, you know, have cannabis and
Oh God,
drink
yeah.
cannabis
No,
and
I think
still
that-
are able to keep all those characteristics that we've heard growing up, or, you know,
Oh, those are total stereotypes.
total stereotypes.
I mean, they are. Come on. Not everybody walks. Man, oh, man, how many people, you know, do cannabis in the United States? You, if that's the case, everybody be like, hey, man.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people smoking weed and they're not walking around going, "Hey, man,"
Dude, yeah.
you know,
Wearing patch pants.
patch
forgot,
pants. Yeah.
dude.
Patch pants and tie dyes. Yeah. Well, anytime I smell patchouli, I'm thinking weed smoker. That's the other one. That's a dead
That's
giveaway.
usually a dead
So
giveaway.
not everybody's
That
wearing
is
patchouli.
usually a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's interesting, Coach.
Yeah.
So what do you do now with your sports? How do you get your information?
Oh, my
Obviously, you're
goodness.
visually impaired, so you can't really look at the newspaper or read articles or read the internet. How do you get your information?
Well, you do a lot of different ways. Local sports talk, if you know, it has something to do with the Cardinals. Sirius XM carries all the games. I have that.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I can ask Alexa, like if I want to know the standings, and you know, just ask Alexa to tell me the standings in the National League East or something, and she'll give you the records. You know, just things like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't have to do it all day long. I think some people have this weird sense that he listens to sports all day long. That is so far from the truth. It's not even funny. The only sports I've listened to today was I accidentally heard that we got a new hitting coach while I was eating dinner.
Oh.
The Cardinals did. Yeah, it was Brant Brown is his name. And the beginning of the Blues game. That's the only sports I've paid any attention to all day.
Okay.
You know, but there's just so many ways of retaining it. And then you've got to be able to retain it, at least as much of it as you possibly can.
Right.
But
Well, you seem to retain it.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done
listen
that.
and do that.
I wouldn't have
mean,
remembered the
to-
hitting coach's name.
You kidding me? How did I pass my test?
Well, I just heard it
memorized
tonight, so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said the hitting coach they just hired tonight.
I
I'll
still
forget
wouldn't
by
have remembered the
tomorrow.
name.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man. My
Yes,
short-term memory.
dude. No, there's no way, man. Right.
What,
can't believe
what
that,
gummy
man.
did you take? You take one of those tropical gummies? Did you like it?
Uh huh.
It was like a what was
And it
that?
is tropical, man. I thought I was sitting on a beach
A
somewhere
5-to-1
in Fort
CBD.
Myers, Florida.
Yeah, right. He said it's because of the coconut oil. It's like
Yeah.
very tropical flavored, and it's like a citrus tropical and citrus, and it was 10 THC and 50 CBD.
Nice. Yeah. I was talking about Brian was talking about the Gruen Mega Pearl.
Yeah.
That was
Oh yeah, you told
100
me
milligrams of CBG and 100 milligrams of THC.
the
which-
monster Adderall
Yeah,
pill.
Can you believe that? And he's like, man, it's just a new high. He goes,
Really?
Yeah,
So he took the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I got to try to get one.
He's a real
I think
man.
he only took a
He's
little
a real
bit.
man.
No, I think he only took a. I think he only took a bite of it. Like he barely even took a whole. You know, so
Well, I imagine it's going to react much like those Tangelos,
yeah, only like
just on steroids. You're talking times 10.
yeah. I wouldn't think maybe less speed. He didn't seem to say it was like super speedy, but we said the high was.
Do you think
like,
that do the 10s make you speedy, the CBC?
they get me pretty perky?
Yeah. Pretty they get you perked up.
They get me perky. Well, if I do like 30 milligrams.
Okay, so you do
know,
like
and
3 of them.
that's- Yeah, that's gets me through or whatever. So yeah, so it's all good.
30 milligrams.
So Halloween, send me pictures of your weed, guys. If you grew some, if you grew some weed, Shout out to Derek.
No
I'm gonna-
dick pics, please.
I'm gonna shout out to Derek. I'm gonna do. I think I want to grab lunch with him or something next Thursday. On this Thursday, so he's been doing some stuff. So we're gonna talk with him and shout out to him and all of our listeners and our people out there.
Yeah, I'm not on the thing, so I don't know.
Stephanie Morris with her cookies.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of our cookie thing?
Craft Queen.
Yeah,
STL,
Craft
yeah.
Queen. Yeah. STL. Shout out to Suede. Oh, I did want to talk about this. This is the new. This is a sample, but this is the product, and it's the new live resin disposable vape from Sense Cannabis.
Nice.
And I like the shape of it. See how it's like kind of shaped like a lighter.
Yeah.
Super smooth. Taste. It's not fucking like fruity punch. It's like legit live resin. So find these. If you can't find them, ask your dispo. Ask their reps for it.
Yeah, that's slick.
Yeah, it actually comes with a white.
Oh, C-Cell, yeah.
Yeah, it comes white wrapped. Comes wrapped in white.
Yeah.
That says Sense on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but this is just the sample I grabbed. But product's super good. It's a half gram. So ask your dispos about that. Shout out to Sense Cannabis. They worked hard to get this product out and in this form.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it's super
Good packaging.
I love the way it feels. It's like a worry stone. So when I'm freaked
It's a
out.
worry stone.
So when I'm anxious, I could just rub it. And like, oh my
Hey,
God.
I got these little strips that you can put on there, and they're like textured.
Oh.
And you could like put a strip on it, and
So
you'll
rub
find,
my
yeah,
thumb.
oh yeah, you'll be like holding that thing. Yeah, it's nuts how what it does.
That's cool.
Man, you guys totally changed the format of this show the last minute or so. with That dirty talk.
Talking about this worry stone. Talking about our worry stones. Got a grand opening coming up this Saturday out in Eureka.
Yeah.
Suede Dispensary has a new facility opening there in Eureka. Go to our socials and find that address. But we're doing like a bunch of specials. There's
Is
gonna be
the-
food there.
Ellisville location going away because of the Eureka?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No. We got additional licenses. So we got additional.
Nice.
We got 2 additional licenses.
Nice.
One of them was on Iowa Street in St. Louis, and then this one was in Eureka. So we're gonna move the Iowa one somewhere.
Okay.
The
Maybe that's what it was. We were
yeah.
talking about moving
somewhere
one of
else.
them. Yeah, moving one.
Ellisville is we're swapping that with I think Good Day Farms in Eureka
Oh, okay.
or in Rolla. So we'll have a Suede dispensary in Rolla. That's coming up.
Nice.
So
Nice. A lot of moving. That's awesome.
yeah, so it's going to be great. And, so Saturday, we're going to have the grand opening. There's a ton of specials.
This is the Eureka location.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
Eureka Suede. We're going to have a ton of stuff to give away, shirts and crap and, like, grinders and food will be there.
Oh, nice.
And then, like I said, super good deals. So come visit us there maybe before you head out to North and Hillsborough. Me and Scott will be there. So until then, till next week, 8 o'clock next week. Oh, shit. I got Deer Tick concert next week. We won't be doing the live broadcast. I have Deer Tick concert at Off Broadway. So
Okay.
I'll be at Off Broadway on Tuesday night. So if you want to see me there,
You going off Broadway?
we can burn one, man, and watch Deer Tick, dude, because they're awesome. Great band, good stoners. So I'll be there, and then we'll be at Goodbye June on Wednesday. So see you in
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
see you week after next, guys. Toking with Topher, we're out.
So yeah, thanks, Coach.
Hey, no problem. No problem.